Hey guys, I mentioned this in the previous video that I made, and when I was videoing it and uploading it and everything, I realised, yeah, I probably should talk about this because it might help someone out there as well. So, I, like most people out there, have had a really crappy year. At the start of this year, I had a job that I loved and really good friends in that job. I felt like I was finding my feet. Well, I came off doing a Halloween scare actor little run, and I auditioned for the Christmas season and they went no, and I was like, okay. But I really felt it was the start of something and this year was going to be my year. I had sort of kind of solidifying a future for myself. I saw somewhere for me to go, and I started feeling more optimistic, and then that all got ripped out from me. So I worked in the tourism industry, and back in January we were already being briefed about coronavirus and how to handle various different things. If somebody coughs in the house, just keep an eye on that. But I used to work in full Tudor dress, and it was so much fun. Because me and the rest of my team, we were all really good friends. I've never been so close with a team I've worked with before. I loved the acting sort of thing that I got from it. I was putting on a costume every morning and I was going and performing. That's essentially what I was doing. I really loved that job. I really did. One morning went into the office and they went, yeah, you're not wearing costumes now. You have to wear black, white, smart outfit. So because when you're in costume, loads of people want to take pictures with you. Think Disneyland sort of thing. When I was in the Tudor dress, there wouldn't be a single day where someone didn't essentially grab me to take a picture with me. And with social distancing and stuff, that's not really good. There was one day, we were all having a laugh. We went home, we had a day off, and then we were due to come in the next day, and we got a WhatsApp message from she was in our team, and she went into another department, and she basically sent us a message saying, I've just been told to grab my stuff and leave. And we were like, so are we coming in tomorrow? Is this happening? So yeah, that evening, we're all a bit confused about what was going on, and then we got an email essentially going, don't turn up tomorrow, we're closed. A couple of big places, certainly where I'm from, and suddenly we're closing down, and it was like, oh, something's happening. A week later to the day, that is when the UK lockdown started. So I essentially had a lockdown a week longer than everyone else, and it was really tough because we weren't told anything. I'm sure a lot of you can sympathise from various jobs that you've had. So I was put on furlough, and then came a long wait for news. And then I heard the news that they were looking to reopen, and a couple of the people I was working with, a couple of my really close friends, were invited back, and I wasn't. There was a round of interviews. I got the job, but it wasn't the job that I'd originally done. I went from being a tour guide to possibly working at the front desk, and basically loads of things went through my mind, and for better or worse, I decided to walk away. Walk away from a job in a pandemic. Yep, smart move. Essentially, I have done quite a lot of front house jobs, and I really didn't want to be there. My anxiety had taken a huge hit. In the lockdown, we found out one of the volunteers, really lovely man, had died from COVID. So that really spiked my anxiety about this whole thing. I essentially started suffering with anxiety 2014. That is the year I went off to university. Essentially, it was quite a normal reaction of my body to just kind of go, what? Moving away from university, I kind of had a handle on it. Mine was quite mild at that point. So it was just sort of, I had a panic attack every so often, but I had coping mechanisms and things put in place, so it didn't really affect me hugely at that point, so I was feeling quite good. this lockdown, I still was kind of telling myself and telling every other person in my family and stuff that it was like, oh, it's mild anxiety, it's just flaring up. No. I did a quiz online, just one day, because I just burst into tears for no reason one day. Just straight. And I had no idea why. No reason. No reasons why I decided maybe my anxiety is worse than I thought. I did a quiz online sponsored by the NHS and other health organisations in the UK. And it went, you're showing signs and symptoms of moderate to severe anxiety. So I decided to pick up the phone to my GP. And I signed up for the BetterHelp app. And as of right now, I am on medication. And I am getting help in therapy from both BetterHelp and an NHS service. So... and if anyone's out there struggling with mental health, please do get help. It's not a weakness or anything. Anyone right now who is suffering a mental health crisis or anything, mental health is exactly the same, should be looked on as exactly the same as any other illness that you have. If you have a cold, you take medicine, you sleep it off, you take extra fluids, you eat soup. I don't know what you do in a cold, but if you have an illness, essentially, you take the medication for it, you listen to your doctor and things like that. If you have mental illness and you can't cope with it on your own, do get help. Last year, I would never have put myself in this place. I never would have thought I got here. Yeah. I basically hit rock bottom. I know there's some time left in 2020, but I got through 2020. This by far has been like one of the worst years of my life. And yeah, I can see the end. I can full on see it. Obviously in the UK, right, today is the day that a 90-year-old woman got given the vaccines for COVID in not that far from me, actually, in Coventry. Yeah. So I'm seeing the end. I'm seeing the end, which is brilliant. So I hope you didn't mind me being vulnerable. I'm really happy I didn't cry my eyes out. I got pretty close. I'm not sure if it's that obvious.